we're back.
My
Welcome
fellow
back, guys.
Americans.
I know. You excited for the speech tonight?
I actually didn't know there was one happening until you had the idea to stream at the same time.
Yeah, because I think we need like our reactions to it. That'll
Why
be
not?
fun.
Right?
Yeah, I have it pulled up, so
See?
we'll share this. You know what? I'll share the screen now. That way, when it starts immediately. Let's see, Chrome
Just add
tab.
it as like another person here.
There you go.
We will begin shortly. Maybe smaller.
Smaller.
You
Smaller.
want me to handle that?
I'll do that. How about that? And then you can make it smaller, I guess. Like that? No?
Almost.
I don't know.
Almost there.
Oh. What is this?
Nope.
We're smaller now.
Nope.
I don't know how to do this. You can
Hashtag professional.
And anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do that.
I mean, it's like we've never done this before. I don't think we have.
Hold on.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's June. Hopefully my bad luck ends. According to my mom's superstitious readings, that my bad luck has ended in the end of May. So hopefully good luck is turning my way.
What is it?
We'll see. But yeah, well, I mean, there are a bunch of things we want to talk about. First, we should probably play the video that you made.
Oh, yeah.
To get everyone watching here. Well, or not that many people watching.
7 people when we first start? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess this is what Kyle decided to do.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie.
Okay, so that was a 4-control evolve lower that everyone was really, really wanting, and you decide to spray paint.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Adam knows what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take it. It's not that bad. It kind of dried a little thinner than I thought it would, but yeah. So thankfully I was in Houston yesterday, worked out. That was actually unrelated, but I'm going to turn this into an arc. I've been wanting an Evolve arc for a very long time. As soon as Adam builds out the arc, I will drag it behind the truck because I do need a new video, and this is perfect. So yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm going to rattle can it anyway.
Yeah.
So he said yellow, and I think he was just kidding, but I went with yellow.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I don't think I would do that to mine if I won one during the raffle.
I mean, we can't do the I can't do the entry since on the raffle one where they said that they could buy because I already got one, right? So I'd love to have 2. Can't do that. So now this little guy, but this is really cool. So check this out.
Did you get the serrated or the dimple?
Yeah, dimple, dude. Fuck. What kind of question is that? So check this out that I noticed.
I'm part of the serrated. What is that? Is that
he put the serial numbers on all of the
Memorial Day this past Monday.
Oh,
wait. Phil and I visited Arlington National Cemetery.
Let's listen.
As we entered those hallowed grounds, we saw rows and rows of crosses among the rows of headstones with other emblems of belief.
Let's see what he says.
Honoring those who paid the ultimate price on battlefields around the world.
I'm going to do this.
The day before, we visited Uvalde, Texas. In front of Robb Elementary School, we stood before 21 crosses for 19 third and fourth graders and 2 teachers. On each cross, a name. And nearby, a photo of each victim that Jill and I reached out to touch. Innocent victims
touching little kids.
Classroom that have been turned into a killing field. Standing there in that small town, like so many other communities across America, I couldn't help but think there are too many other schools, too many other everyday places that have become killing fields, battlefields here in America.
Battlefields, really?
We stood at such a place just 12 days before, across from a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, memorializing 10 fellow Americans, a spouse, a parent, a grandparent, a sibling, gone forever. At both places, we spent hours with hundreds of family members who were broken, whose lives will never be the same. They had one message for all of us: do something. Just do something. For God's sake, do something. After Columbine, after Sandy Hook, after Charleston, after Orlando, after Las Vegas, after Parkland, nothing has been done.
Hang on, I'm going to mute him
This
real quick.
time that can't be
So
true.
we can see the subtitles. Did you hear what Canada did?
What?
They banned handguns,
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
like selling, trading, everything. So
Yep,
let's see what
yep.
he does.
I want to be very clear. This is not about taking away anyone's guns.
It is.
It's not about vilifying gun owners. In fact, we
is.
believe we should be treating responsible gun owners as an example of how every gun owner should behave. I respect the culture and the tradition and the concerns of lawful gun owners. At the same time, the Second Amendment, like all other rights, is not absolute. It was Justice Scalia who wrote, and I quote, "Like most rights, the rights granted by the Second Amendment are not unlimited. Not unlimited. It never has been. There have always been limitations on what weapons you can own in America. For example, machine guns have been federally regulated for nearly 90 years, and this is still a free country.
90 years.
This isn't about taking away anyone's rights.
Oh, yeah. I guess
about protecting
1934.
children.
1934, yeah.
It's about protecting families.
Almost.
It's about protecting whole communities. It's about protecting our freedoms to go to school, to a grocery store, to a church, without being shot and killed. According to new data just released by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention,
CDC.
guns are the #1 killer of children
Oh,
in the
come
United
on.
States of America.
Oh, come
The
on.
#1 killer. More than car accidents,
That's
more than
That's
cancer.
not right. There's no way.
Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on
There's just- okay, so
and active duty.
I get what he's saying, like trying to make a point, but there's no possible way
No.
that guns take. There's no way.
Right.
For God's sake, how much more carnage are we willing to accept? How many more innocent American lives must be taken before we say enough? Enough.
And people will believe him, too.
I know that
That's
we
the
can't
crazy
prevent
thing.
every tragedy, but here's what I believe we have to do. Here's what the overwhelming majority of American people believe we must do. Here's what the families in Buffalo and Uvalde in Texas told us we must do. We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity
is.
magazines. And if we can't ban assault weapons, then we should raise the age to purchase them from 18 to 21. Strengthen background checks. Enact safe storage law and red flag laws. Repeal the immunity that protects gun manufacturers from liability. Address the mental health crisis, deepening the trauma of gun violence and as a consequence.
So they're hitting every side here because that's
All
what
of it.
we're
These
talking
are
about.
all of
Yeah.
it.
rational,
They're going to try to cover
common
everything.
sense measures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Here's what
I'm
it
not
all means.
even.
It all means this.
The
we should
problem
really-
is
Oh,
to
no.
raise
Oh, no.
raise the age. So V just pulled. Hang on, let me share it. V just pulled the CDC statistics for us. Our whatever you want to call
I better go buy a Wasser right now.
it. A what?
A Wasser, AK.
It's not. This is it. The only reason this is going to make stuff jump is because of people. But check this out. Let me see how I can just share this. Whoops.
Well, you can just read it.
I want to show people straight from. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Hold on. How do I just share? It's a screenshot. It says, what are leading causes of death? The leading cause of death for teenage population remains constant throughout the period of 1999 to 2006. 48% unintentional. What does this say? 73% motor vehicle. Other unintentional. An unintentional discharge of a firearm is 2%. That's it. There's poisoning statistics, stuff like that. It's bullshit.
Should expand background checks to keep guns out of the hands of felons, fugitives, and those under restraining orders. Stronger background checks are something that the vast majority of Americans, including the majority of gun owners, agree on. I also believe we should have safe storage laws and personal liability for not locking up your gun. The shooter in Sandy Hook came from a home full of guns. They were too easy to access. That's how he got the weapons. The weapon he used to kill his mother and then murdered 26 people, including 20 first graders. If you own a weapon, you have a responsibility to secure it. Every responsible gun owner agrees to make sure no one else can have access to it, to lock it up, to have trigger locks. And if you don't, and something bad happens, you should be held responsible. We should also have national red flag laws.
Oh no,
So
that's
that
bad
a
news.
parent, a teacher, a counselor can flag for a court that a child, a student, a patient is exhibiting violent tendencies, threatening classmates, or experiencing suicidal thoughts, makes them a danger to themselves or to others. 19 states in the District of Columbia have red flag laws. The Delaware law is named after my son, Attorney General Beau Biden. Fort Hood, Texas, 2009, 13 dead and more than 30 injured. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, 2018, 17 dead, 17 injured. In both places, countless others suffering with invisible wounds. Red flag laws could have stopped both these shooters.
Every single shooting that we've heard about recently, the FBI was already tracking that individual and was aware that there was shit going on. So
He turned 18. He purchased 2 assault weapons for himself. Because in Texas, you can be 18 years old and buy an assault weapon, even though you can't buy a pistol in Texas until you're 21. We can't
think
ban
that's
assault weapons
a lot of
as we
states.
should. We must at least raise the age to be able to purchase one to 21. Look, I know some folks will say 18-year-olds can serve in the military and fire those weapons. But that's with training and supervision by the best trained experts in the world. Don't tell me raising the age won't make a difference. Enough. We should repeal the liability shield
That's
that often protects
that's
gun
a
manufacturers
bullshit
from
move.
being sued for the death and destruction caused by their weapons. They're the only industry in this country that has that kind of immunity.
how?
Imagine,
We don't sue
imagine
car
if the
industries.
tobacco industry had been immune from being sued, where we'd be today.
the hammer industry.
The gun industry special protections are outrageous. It must end. And let there be no mistake about the psychological trauma that gun violence leaves behind. Imagine being that little girl, that brave little girl in Uvalde, who smeared blood off her murdered friend's body on her own face to lie still among the corpses in her classroom and pretend she was dead in order to stay alive.
It's a smart child.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Imagine
I mean-
what it'd be like for her to walk down the hallway of any school again. Imagine what it's like for children who experience this kind of trauma every day in school, in the streets, in communities all across America. Imagine what it's like for so many parents to hug their children goodbye in the morning, not sure whether they'll come back home. Unfortunately, too many people don't have to imagine that at all. Even before the pandemic, young people were already hurting. There's a serious youth mental health crisis in this country. We have to do something about it. That's why mental health is the heart of my unity agenda that I laid out in the State of the Union address this year. We must provide more school counselors, more school nurses, more mental health services for students and
He
for
won't
teachers.
bring up security.
More people volunteering as mentors to help young people succeed. More privacy protection and resources to keep kids safe from the harms of social media.
See, it's
This unity
it's
agenda.
like so hypocritical.
It's just gonna.
There's like 57 genders they're okay with, and now they want to address mental health issues.
But the problem is they're deeming what mental health is, what is healthy, right? So I agree that there's a huge problem with mental health because that kid who shot up the Uvalde school, right? He had already shown violent tendencies.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Him and his mom had a long history of having the cops called and all that stuff. Sure, could a more in-depth background check somehow caught that? I don't know. If he has no charges pending against him or no charges at all, how do you, especially if he's being charged as a minor and then turns to an adult? But in every single case, it seems like they made Facebook things like the FBI knew
Right.
that was going to occur, at least in some capacity, not when, where, how. But I'm just going to let him talk because we're losing viewers, and I don't really. We know what he's going to say, right? He's going to do time to do something. If we can't ban them all together, let's strengthen the background checks. The red flag thing, though, the problem with that in itself is probably sounds good to half of them, but they don't realize the abuse that will occur there, right? Like I get pissed at you.
Right at the slippery slope.
And call and just make something up and they come kick your door in because it's like, man, you can't, it's a very, very hard balance to have when in reality, the FBI could have prevented a lot of this had they acted on it. But where do you draw that line, right? He never said, I'm going to go shoot up this. He just was expressing things that theoretically would be something to red flag, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw something, and I don't know how much of it's true, but over the course of the last week or two, I've seen somebody posted like a timeline, right, of what occurred during that shooting. For some reason, 1 or 2 minutes before the shooter crashed his truck and ran into that school, a teacher just happened to prop that door open. That locked door was propped open. And sure, people, they're going to lunch, they're this, that. I saw some people trying to justify it as, well, you've never been in Texas, apparently, because you got to prop the door open to get airflow. We don't fucking prop doors open here when it's 100 degrees out. A lot of it just doesn't make sense to me. None of it does. That timeline shows the cops waiting for like 40 minutes, dude, before they do something.
You gonna unmute?
Oh, we can if we want to keep watching them.
No.
Jill and I
Yeah.
met with the sister of the teacher who was murdered.
So when you're
and
talking,
whose
I'm
husband
hearing it
died
still because
of
it's
a
based
heart
off of my
attack 2
screen.
days later,
Mm.
leaving behind 4 beautiful orphan children, all now orphaned. The sister asked us, what could she say? What could she tell her nieces and nephews? It's the most heartbreaking moments that I can remember. All I could think to say was, I told her to hold them tight. Hold them tight. After visiting the school, we attended Mass at Sacred Heart Catholic Church with Father Eddie.
He's keeping it together pretty good.
In the pews, families and friends held each other tightly. As Archbishop Gustavo spoke, he asked the children in attendance
he would be
to come
fumbling.
up on the altar and sit in the altar with him
He did it
as he
first.
spoke. There wasn't enough room, so Mom and her young son sat next to Jill and me in the first pew. And as we left the church, a grandmother who had just lost her granddaughter passed me a handwritten
Dude, we're losing viewers like it's not funny.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to watch this.
quote,
Well,
erase the invisible line that is
Yeah.
dividing our nation. Come up with a solution and fix what's broken. and make the changes that are necessary
mean,
to
it-
prevent this.
I
from
want him to get to
happening
his
again.
point. Like,
End of
what
quote.
are you proposing? Because now it's just the same talk we've heard for
Fellow
years.
Americans, enough.
Well, now it's story time.
Enough. It's time for each of us to do our part. It's time to act.
Yeah.
For the children we've lost, the children we can save, for the nation we love. Let's hear the call and the cry. Let's meet the moment. Let us finally do something.
What?
God bless the families who are hurting.
No, he's done.
There's no way.
God bless you all.
12
A hymn
minutes.
based on
18
the
minutes.
91st Psalm sung in my church. May he raise you up on eagle's wings and bear you on the breath
Oh,
of dawn.
he's trying to.
Make you to shine like the sun.
You notice he's
Hold
pushing.
He's the
in the
churchgoers.
palm
Yeah.
of his hand. That's my prayer for all of you.
Uvalde is mostly Hispanic Catholic. That's it. Mic drop.
That's pathetic. That was
Okay.
a pathetic speech.
So, all right, we can just close that out. So again, he comes out. We're gonna do. He even said, if we can't ban assault weapons, let's do X, Y, Z.
Yeah, let's raise the age, right?
Increase. Okay, if some people won't agree, I don't think 18-year-olds should be doing a lot of fucking things.
I remember when I was 18, I was not supposed to do a few things. Yeah, no, I get it.
Like if that's whatever, I won't even argue that. But once you start dabbling in red flags, you want to increase background checks. Like, how are you going to do that when the FBI knows?
The background check's not the problem. It's
No.
the people entering the data, whatever municipalities that are lacking entering the data to the background check system. That's what's lacking.
It's impossible to do, and not impossible, it's improbable to do a thorough nationwide system that syncs together, because just like a background check at a job, right? We pay hundreds of dollars for that. But if I was charged in Guadalupe County and I just don't put this house on my address as my background, and I just tie in other houses, they'll never search this county, and they probably won't ever find it unless it's obviously violent crime, something big, felon. But I don't know. That was a nothing speech. Like, I think he'd get a lot further if he proposed specifically what he's going to do, but you can't do that when they're going to try to slide in a bunch of other jargon into that shit. The red flag thing, we already have that. We just don't have a name for it, right? If I go to Facebook right now and post, I'm going to do XYZ at XYZ building, and they see it,
right?
They're already going to come and do something if they truly care to stop it. A law is not going to change that.
Yeah. I don't know. This is wild. I mean, there's so many hypocritical things that can happen, right? You arm the teachers, but then you got the teachers that are like advocating the freaking 39 genders, right? That are like, that's not normal.
Yeah, arming the teachers it's the most ignorant shit I've ever heard. And that's the problem. There's extremists on both sides. And I made a comment the other day, and it's all young guys, like early teens, early 20s. Well, I am an extremist. Look at me. I'm a pro 2A extremist. It's like, no, when I say extremist, I don't mean like fighting for your rights. I mean just not even, there's no compromise anymore whatsoever. And I'm not talking about compromising on our rights. I'm just saying there's no discussions. There's no, it's just arguing. Like,
right.
And it goes nowhere.
Right.
Like,
I mean, this issue is really tough. And, and I was thinking that maybe I was listening to Jocko talking to, I forget what podcast. It's like, it's not the fact, like defunding the police was a terrible thing. What we really need is funding the police to get them more training, right? To go get them more training for situations like this, to where they can act faster instead of waiting to act, right? Because if they would have been able to cut that hour time wait to say 15 minutes, how many more lives could they have saved? I don't know, maybe one, maybe two.
I mean, maybe
zero. I don't know. But if
they were
better trained, if they were better trained, maybe they can go in faster and save a few more lives.
Dude, I blame the fucking internet for a lot of this shit. I saw people that I know in, I guess not anymore, but I used to semi-respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sharing these articles about heroes who went inside the school, seeked out their specific children, got them out and left.
They didn't take care. They didn't take other kids out.
Yeah, that's not a fucking hero. That's a parent. Sure,
Yeah.
that's a great parent. But a hero would have at least had kids follow them. Like, I do not understand how you can go in and see all these other children and just grab yours only and say, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah. Dude, there needs to be better, like Infidel said, keep the doors locked.
Dude, that door, you cannot convince me that this isn't a greater plan here. You can't fucking convince me of it, because why was that door propped open?
Dude, I can't get into my kid's school.
Yeah, you can't. You shouldn't be able to.
Without going through the front desk and they buzzing me in.
Yep.
Okay. I can't go through any other doors.
Yep.
Or I have to scale fences in order to get into the playground.
And he crashed a truck with a police chase, exchanged fire, and that specific door just
was miraculously open, right?
It was locked 3 minutes prior, and it just happened to be open at that time. Fine. You want to call that coincidence? Okay. Move into the second part. He's driving a truck, really nice truck. Okay, he stole it. That's simple. He had $4,000. I don't think it was $4,000. 3,000-ish to buy the rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say he got his tax return. We could justify that. He's 18.
Right.
We know they get paid a shitload when you don't make good money. But how many... The FBI knew something was going on because of his social media.
Right.
He exchanged fire with police, and when they saw him crash into school, didn't even try really to intercept. They exchanged fire and just let him roll. And then they sat outside for 40 minutes, and now the Uvalde local police are not cooperating with the investigation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw a legit article the other day that said they are no longer cooperating with the Texas Department of Public Safety because of whatever reason. You cannot tell me that this wasn't... Dude, you think sacrificing 19 children to even the Texas government is a big deal for an agenda? It's nothing.
Yeah, 19 kids to pass what they want to pass to make money, however they want to make money through it.
Yeah.
I mean, the president throws kids into war all the time, right? Throw kids into harm's way all the time.
We're fucking pawns, and that's my argument online all the time. It's like, guys, you don't realize that all we're doing... Door was closed prior to shooter's entry, but lock was malfunctioning.
How does a lock malfunction? Okay. Is it a magnetic lock? Electric lock?
Electronic standard. Okay. But you're telling me, again, even if the teacher didn't truly prop it open, you're telling me that he crashed on the exact side of the building where the one lock
is malfunctioning.
You just can't... Dude, people don't realize...
How many doors are there in a school? There's like 30, 40 doors, maybe.
But let's say there's 15 external doors that lead outside total in the whole fucking school. This isn't a small, tiny little one building school.
Right.
So out of all that, he crashed in the specific side at this exact right time. Like, it just... You think of those electronic locks that somebody working for the government can just go beep, beep, and unlock it. The FBI fucking knew. Like, y'all call me a foil hat wearer or whatever. My biggest frustration, though, is you got all these people arguing on Facebook all the time, right? Back and forth.
Right.
Well, I'm right. No, you're right. Most of them are not arguing with one extreme or the other. Most of the arguments are occurring between kind of the middle ground folks and the extreme conservatives. Like, the ones that let's just put a gun in every teacher's... Fuck it, let's put a gun in the third grader's hand. That way they can defend themselves. Those fucks are... God.
While we're talking, I'm going to look at the the wholesaler's website to see what just looking at magazines.
Everybody, but that's the other problem here is like guys are going to go out and panic buy again.
So this afternoon I checked.
Yeah.
We had I think 92,000 PMags.
Yeah.
It's at 85,000 now.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna as soon as this spreads, they're gonna take little excerpts from it and spread it around. Dude, the gun industry fucking loves this. The legislation.
Yeah, the gun industry. This is the gun industry.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, that's part of the problem. People say you can call it capitalism all you want, but it's just fucking greed. You can't tell me these big century-old gun manufacturers are not lobbying for this stuff to occur. I mean, they fucking love it. Okay, so Glock gets sued or whomever gets sued for the incident. Okay, here's $50 million. Sorry for your loss. We lost the lawsuit. And then how much did we make off of that, though?
You know, I think that that immunity for prosecution should stick around because you cannot tell me what that the gun manufacturer wants a kid to shoot up a school, right?
Yeah.
If they use it for that type of
Yeah.
illegal, wrongful purpose, they should not be liable for that. Just like hammer manufacturers,
A car.
I don't know, knife manufacturers, anything that can kill someone, right? You can't hold them liable for stuff like that.
The car that drove into the
Okay, so the car manufacturer, and then we could go further. The metal, the person that provided the metal to make the car,
right?
You gonna sue them too?
Yeah. So oh my gosh, wait, there's only like 4 forges, right?
Yeah.
That means they're all gonna get it's
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's tragic, it's awful. There's so many pieces of the puzzle, but everybody act like I see a lot of people, man. I don't unfriend them, I just do that unfollow thing so I don't have to see their shit anymore.
Yeah.
But so many people are acting as if, well, let's put 3 to 4 unemployed veterans in there to work. They're unemployed for a fucking reason. They probably need mental help. Like,
yeah.
I don't want them armed in a school with my fucking children. Like the financial aspect, the just logistics, all of that. Then you've got, okay, so we got 2 guys that have been vetted. They're solid. Let's put them in charge. What are we gonna do? Pay them $20,000 a year and expect them to stand? Come on.
Yeah, exactly right.
The argument is, well, they already served, so they're used to being in danger for low amounts of money. Yeah, but they're out now. They want a job. Increase pay.
Yeah.
And
if they want to stay low paying, they would have stayed in the military.
Mm-hmm. When the guy's protecting your money and jewelry and those type of guys are making more than the guys protecting the kids, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah. So it's wild. I mean, there's no easy solution to this, but obviously they're gonna try and push as much as they can to get their way, right?
Yeah, go panic buy your fucking mags because guess what? Most big dealers have already stocked up. Go panic buy your mags, spend shitloads of money. We'll be the guys buying them in 3 weeks when you realize you spent your wife's fucking hair money. We'll buy them back for $1 less.
Yeah, penny on the dollar.
Dude, this industry is so shitty, except for guys that do laser cutouts on parts. Look at that.
Laser. Let me see.
Yeah. Everything's a place.
Yeah, so it doesn't rattle around. That's awesome.
Dude, I want to build this out, but I'm going to keep this box. Like, I got dimples everywhere.
I'm going to open this. This is the Sons of Liberty light fighting trigger.
Oh, yeah.
It comes in a dip can.
It's tiny.
Well, smallish dip can, right? Let me see. I want to see what this looks like in here.
Don't cut yourself.
No, that'd be a bad day. Oh, little tiny sticker, and the triggers in there.
That's
Kind of cool.
Those are good triggers. You can't really.
Yeah.
So I want to do the 6 arc. I know I want to do that.
Dude, it's a great round, man.
I haven't really looked into finding ammo, but it doesn't seem to be terribly hard.
I haven't been able to find the match version, the white box.
Yeah,
But the black boxes have been pretty easy to find.
not too bad. I think, but I want to go like nasty short, dude.
I think I was reading somewhere. I think 11.5 is the shortest you want to go on 6 arc.
I can deal with that.
So, but I only see 12-inch arcs right now as the shortest.
11.5 would be cool. 12 would be fine. 12.5 even would be fine. I just don't want to do like a 13.75 or 14.5. Like
Right.
And I bet Adam can make a 11.5.
Yeah, I just gotta ask. Dude, check this out. I got this in from Dave Wilson.
I saw you post that. That's cool.
Dude, the action's cool. Look right here, right here, or right here. When I cock it, it moves the cylinder forward to seal up. You see that? To seal up the action, so you don't get sound coming out when you fire it. Pretty cool, huh?
That's neat. Have you shot it?
No, I just bought ammo for it. See, and then when you let go, it opens back up again, so it spins.
So you can do your desk pop now.
Yeah, I just bought ammo for it. They're like 50-some cents around, so I bought a few boxes and I'll go test it. I'm gonna test it with different cans to see what I like better.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the original, Adam. That's the original function of the Nagant. It always moves forward. That's why that revolver is the only one that's good for suppressed use. I mean, you can still suppress anything you want, but you're still gonna get the breech sound coming out, and this one just seals it up, so the sound is not as loud.
So 6 arc has more of a, I guess, not flat trajectory, if you will, but
The BC's better.
yeah.
6 millimeters always a little bit better than a 6.5 in BC. Oh man, hi.
She just wandered in. We'll see this on a delay and come get her eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Grendel's more available, and Grendel's the only thing I know that will shoot steel accurately.
I don't mind Grendel. I like Grendel.
Yeah.
Like
both.
steel case Grendel, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both is the answer.
Man, I remember when steel case Grendel was 26 cents a round.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not long ago.
Dude.
It's like 40 now if you can find it.
Oh, that's so annoying.
That's still not bad though, dude. 40 cents for Grendel. I mean, I'm okay with that. It'll come down, and then you've got 5.56 is coming down. Saw 5.56 the other day.
A little bit.
40
Yep. 9 millimeters still like 30-ish cents around, 31, 32. It used to be 16, man.
It's a new normal.
Yeah, probably.
Gas is
gonna be a new normal for a while.
I mean, just with inflation, that's accurate now, right?
I suppose, yeah.
Thanks, B Money.
Yeah. Hi. How are you? What's your name?
She's not talk yet. You need to go. Can you go get mommy?
No, she wants the camera. She likes the camera.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah,
I want to do the arc. I want to do it short, and then
I'll tell you how mine shoots after I heal up a little bit. I have a 12-inch arc, and if it starts shooting good, I might just carry that around because, dude, that goes far, and it goes far. And when I was shooting 1,000 yards on it, I wasn't hitting because my elevation was off, but it was like straight on to the target. Oh.
So 12-inch, you think all I need is I need no further than 500.
Oh man, 12 inches is plenty.
And I don't even see, honestly, like everybody wants to, I want to shoot. Everybody's shooting 1,500, 2,000 yards is not shooting at game. Like I want to hunt. I don't give a shit about paper. I care what can I reasonably shoot and respectfully take something out. So I do not, the furthest spot I would feel comfortable with energy is 500.
Yeah, 500, 6 arc, 12 and 6 arc, you'll be fine. Yeah, everyone's coming in.
Say hi.
Hi.
Well, they're jealous because now they want to be on TV. Okay, they're watching it in the living room, so
Okay.
I think they're on TV. Yeah, I mean,
That's
500, and honestly, that would be.
I mean, 77 grain 223 500 is not bad either.
Yeah, but you're not gonna take.
You're not taking down hogs with that.
No,
Or
it's
well, I
unethical.
guess you could coyotes.
You could, but it's unethical to take out like a whitetail or something at that distance with a
Right,
5.6.
right.
They're going to run. I mean,
Right.
it take a while to die. So that's kind of where I want to find a balance. Is at 500. If I've got a 12-inch,
Get a 12-inch 300 Win Mag.
holy fuck! Could you imagine? Just death, your shoulder. You'd really think about shooting, dude. Right now, I don't know. Ugh.
I want a 20-inch 300 Win Mag AR. Nemo makes them, and that would be awesome.
Just
That
fuck
would be
your
awesome.
arms carrying that.
I don't think the recoil is gonna be that bad. You put a brake on.
No, the recoil won't. The weight of that gun is though.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the.
I don't know. If
Give
my
and take.
12-inch arc can beat my 8.5, 6.8, I'll be, or just get close, I'll be thrilled, and I think it will.
Dude, 6.8. That 6.8 is badass.
That's what I carry everywhere. That's
At-
shoot deer with it, shoot hogs with it, shoot coyotes with it, whatever. That's what.
How far have you gotten with that for kills?
I shot a pig at like between 275 and 300, I think.
That's pretty good, man.
But it's an 8.5-inch barrel. I have no purpose to shoot further. I'll try it next week or the week after. I have to go up to, because Ryan and all them are coming in to start working on the house. So I'm going to drive up there. I'll take it out. I've never tried to stretch it and see. All I know is that from 100 to about 300, I have not put it on paper on a bench, but I've shot stuff with it. It's hitting exactly where I ask it to.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that 6.8, that little shorty 6.8 is awesome. When I grouped it at 50 yards, I was like,
Yeah.
they're all touching with a red dot. I'm like, whoa.
I just want an 8.5, 6 arc. I love how short, like.
Yeah, you're not gonna get too much out of it.
That's
with,
all right.
With a 6 arc, at that short.
That's
So,
all right.
yeah.
12 inches. 12 is, I mean, it's more than enough. And then can wise, of course, that's where it always comes in, right?
Just get a titanium can.
Yeah, that's what what is it? The honey badger probably go on it? Or
Yeah,
not
just
honey
get
badger.
the trash panda or whatever.
Yeah.
You put a titanium can, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't add that crazy amount of weight. But that's gonna be rad. I'm gonna change the muzzle device out of my 12-inch 6 arc, so I can put a different can on there, and hopefully, it shoots well.
I really want to try Cobalt's muzzle device.
I want a cobalt gun just to have.
Hey, Big Tex has some on the shelf right now.
They have cobalt guns?
They do. They just brought them in.
Let me see.
Because I was down there and we were talking about Mikey and kind of just shooting the shit up while I was at Big Tex, and they're like, "Hey, we actually have some Cobalt guns."
What?
Yeah. So they're starting.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, they limit you one per person.
Yeah. They don't have many.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna buy multiples, but
yeah.
ooh, they're up there in price though.
They are. They're not. Cobalt is still doing.
$24.50 for a 12.5 pistol.
How much?
$24.50.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
about.
guess we'll browse. We'll browse Big
What is
Tex
that?
too.
What is that? $200, $300 more than what you'd see like the top of the line Suns and stuff going for? It's not.
Let's see. Share screen.
They're still. Plus, you got to remember their business structure. They're still making the adjustment from the $5,000 runs to what they're doing now.
Do you see it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 24.
There's only 2 in stock. Yesterday they had 5 or 6 yesterday, which means 4 of them were already purchased.
See that muzzle device is kind of cool. It's like a mix between the cherry bomb and just the chemo.
That's not
almost
their
like a
chemo.
Knox.
That's not their chemo one either, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is, but that's their new one that they just came out with is so, and that's the cool thing we were talking.
No, that's not chemo.
No, but the new one that they just dropped. Mikey gave us all of the group a coupon code to use from Cobalt's website too. But I just like the look of it. It looks so mean, and it works crazy well from what I've heard.
That's cool. It's almost like a MAMS with a cherry bomb,
with a Knox, and
Knox,
and a cherry bomb.
It's like an orgy, and then that came out.
But I like the front of the magwell and how the magwell gets real shallow.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The magwell gets real shallow. That angle's a little bit more than most.
Yeah,
I like them. I want all of them. All the guns from everyone.
Yeah. I want one just to have and shoot and see how it is.
Yeah, we'll do some testing.
Once I heal up a little more, I'm going to do a lot more, I think, accuracy testing.
How are you healing?
I'm supposed to still be on crutches for another week and a couple days, but I've been just walking around.
Yeah.
Without crutches. The crutches are slowing me down. It's slowing me down significantly. So I don't use crutches if I don't have to. If I'm not going a long distance, I'll just hobble over and get to where I need to go.
Just keep weight off of it.
Yeah. But everything seems to look good. So apparently I don't need PT. They're like not giving me PT. They're like, if you really need it, we'll give it to you. But this type of injury, like, we don't do PT. I'm like, okay.
That works.
Yeah, apparently I just need to keep stretching my ankle back and forth like that to make it work better. So
yesterday I went to Big Texas, like
the range,
the warehouse, if you will, first. Just so everybody knows, every single person who gets one of the FCD Evolve things, I did dirty things to every receiver that's in that box.
You were saying like you were dragging your nuts across them?
That's a very vulgar way to say it. We hugged, is all, with my pants.
With your crotch? You hugged with your crotch?
But yes, we did go across the street to the range because they're right there. They're right by each other. Not literally across the street, but pretty much. They're right close by. So I drove over there, ran into Jake, and he was showing me around. Dude, it's big. It has like eight 25-yard bays and then 400-yard bays, I think.
Ike and his wife is doing it right, man. They've created an empire, man.
The coolest thing.
They're doing a good job. They
have used guns that you need to go look at, not physically, but online, because they have a lot of really, really cool used guns for their prices are solid.
Like, are they even posted online?
I don't know. I didn't look.
I know the Garage doesn't have used guns.
Maybe they're not on the website, but if you're around Houston, Conroe, Spring area, drive up because I think Saturday they're having I saw a 6-hour meetup where all the 6-hour reps are going to be there, but they have a system in their range on the 100-yard range where there's a camera on your target.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So that when you're at 25, 50, 75, 100, you don't have to bring it in to see where the hell you're hitting.
I like that.
It's right there, and then there's an iPad screen up above you so you can look and see where you're hitting and then go back to shooting. And they've got light sequences they were telling me about where they could do low light, no light, like all sorts of cool. Nice. It's awesome. It's a cool facility. They're doing.
Yeah. I mean, if I lived near there, I'd probably go there all the time.
Yeah, it's not from the outside. You see it and you're like, huh. I only noticed it. I've been there 100 times it seems like, but I only noticed it because their big logo, and I was like, oh shit, it is right there. But it's funny seeing I was just standing there, and you know how when you're in a gun range, I wasn't really there to buy anything, so I'm standing there watching customers, and they have their regulars. They just walk in, they're like, let me see that. Cool, take it, and then just like move down to the next one. I'll take it. Like,
wow, they don't even need to sell them on guns, huh?
No, they're just.
That's kind of like me. I go in, I know what I want.
Yeah.
And if it's there, give me it.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's what we were talking about. It's like having those people that come in and are like, I've researched. I want this, this, and this. I want this, this. perfect. You're the best kind of shopper, man.
Right.
They have machine guns for rent. They have all sorts of cool stuff. And their shelves are full. That shop has
the shelves here at all the gun stores here. It's completely full. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of guns here.
Yeah.
Everything's like catching up.
Did you see the thing? I saw an article earlier before we did this. Over 1 million guns were sold again in the month of May.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yes, Sons of Liberty posted that.
Yeah, but how many? There's 300 and some odd million people in the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not an impressive number to me.
Yeah.
Step your game up, boys.
Adam's a buyer, not a shopper.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. It's like,
well, if you know what, like, if you know the guns,
yeah.
If you're not a new gun owner, then yeah. But if you're a new gun owner, you're kind of a shopper. You kind of have to be.
As long as you're ready to buy. I think the problem comes in when people walk in and they're like, they have no idea. And they're like, I want to do this. And you're like, okay, well, in order to do that, you're going to spend about $800 on a handgun setup.
Like, what?
Whoa, no.
Yeah,
like they said they have a lot of used guns walk in. And Jake was telling me about a guy that walked in and was like, hey, I have this. I don't really know what it's worth. And Jake, looks it over, goes to the back, does some research. He's like, I'll give you whatever, $400 for it. And the guy was like, oh shit, I would have taken $200. Yeah. Like, how do you get those extremes? Like Google just a little bit.
Well, I mean, sometimes people don't know what they have, right? Like this is my grandfather's, I don't know, like Mosin from like the war or whatever, right? They're like, he brought it back, so it was basically free.
Yeah.
I'll offer you $100. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take $100. That's $100 I didn't have, but instead it's worth a lot more than that, right?
Yeah, and you don't want to screw those guys. Chris, yeah, that's what we've been talking about for months, man. It's like once this all catches up, which is where we're at, and the backlog isn't even full yet because manufacturers started cranking out so fast and so hardcore.
Right.
Just 3 months ago, Sons was the noticeable one because when they do drops, they drop. Every dealer gets 500, 200, 50, whatever you ordered in BCGs and receivers, and then they're everywhere and then they're gone. Now they're everywhere.
I'll show you what's up with here. I'll show you this video. Whoa. Someone.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie.
There you go. That's what happened to the Ford Control
really
Evolve.
Cool. Their Ford's lower, right? I mean, they're just, the finish is nice.
The Ano's, I like that Ano.
The Ano is just chalky enough to, if that makes sense, to not be annoying. I don't like that high gloss ammo shit because when your hands sweat and it gets wet, you will slip off that fucking gun. Like,
yeah, no, I like that Ano a lot. It's amazing.
They're nice, man. I mean, they're minimal. This side has, you can't see it. My camera's shit, but it's better than Lita's right now. It has just your legal jargon here. It's literally the tips of my 2 fingers. That's how big the legal jargon is. It's about that big. This side has just your quack attack, right? And then
it's not like LMP's texture.
No.
It's a little nicer Ano than LMT.
It's I would put it
in between LMT and Sons, right?
Yeah, see,
or in between BCMs and Sons.
Hold my beer.
What's that?
I said hold my beer. Okay, so here is essentially, this is not a Sons, but this is one of Big Tex's, right? It's got more grit than most, but it's got more of a little bit more of a gloss to it. I don't know if y'all will be able to tell the difference on Ano, but if I can get this lighting right. Hold on. I'm like Adam.
What's the top one? This
is when Big Tex did their drop.
It's a Big Tex lower? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have one of those too. I like
so
those too.
This their Ano's closer to Zev.
Yep.
Kind of shiny, a little bit more of a sheen to it, a little more smooth. This one, though, it doesn't look chalky. I'm not talking chalky like a cheap receiver set. I'm saying like it's got grip. I can hold this, and it's nice. I like it a lot. But let's see, how do these hold up?
I'm waiting on a Big Tech's upper receiver so I can build my lower receiver out.
Yeah, I didn't even get one of their uppers.
Well, they don't have one. Well, they're waiting.
Oh, I was gonna say I missed that drop. I haven't been paying too close of attention, but yeah, I'll probably do Big Tech's upper or Evolve upper if Adam can get me one. I just know he's backlogged all to hell.
Dude, he's busy.
I just want my arc, man. I got to finish this out. But yeah, these are. I mean, I don't get really like overwhelmed with new stuff.
Yeah, and nothing wows me that much anymore.
No, I mean it's exciting, it's cool, but the thing that really excites me is that I get to put this on an arc. That Adam's barrel, Adam's all that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm pumped for.
Dude, my arc that Adam built is
Mega. He has
shoots well.
Is it like Mega? Mega has more of a sheen to it than this one too. Mega's
like Zev.
It's Zev. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Zev.
This is Mega. This is Mega Zev. Very similar, high quality. It's not gonna fucking chip off, nothing like that. I'm just saying it's a little bit more of a sheen to it, which a lot of the people want that because it makes it look like a shiny car. Like you can polish that up. This one is more like I can throw this out in the road right now, and I don't think it will change the percent. Like I think it'll be fine. I like it. It's hard to explain, but again, I don't really care about ano because if it is too slick, you just grip it harder. Like I've never went, oh, this ano really sucks. It is noticeable that it's drier.
It's aesthetics, right?
Yeah.
I mean, once you start using it, you're gonna hang it up a little bit, and that kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, and if you really don't want it to be grippy, you just add your own paint scheme to it, and it's fine. Yeah. Actually, I kind of like the yellow. That it looks almost FDE.
Yeah.
But it comes with everything, right? Everything but the buffer tube.
And the trigger.
And grip and trigger and little stuff. But
and grip, yeah. But it's basically ready to go. All the parts are basically ready to go. So
I'm not even going to put it. I'm just going to ship it to Adam like this, and then wait patiently for the uppers and other parts to come in.
Yeah, dude, did you see him post that he got a robot?
Yes, I saw the box.
Dude, that's awesome.
So let's say you get a robot.
Okay.
Is the first thing you do a dangerous one, or do you kind of warm up with like pour me a cup of coffee and stuff first?
I don't know about dangerous or coffee, but pleasurable, right? Let's maybe do something pleasurable.
Have it hold something inanimate to start. So
I don't know.
It goes ape shit and like rips your face off.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
Oh man, I'm excited. That robot, I do still think it's hilarious that he literally went out of his way and bought a robot to not hire people.
You know, they show up to work every day.
That's right.
They don't have workers' comp.
They don't.
You don't have to pay employee tax. I mean, and let's say they work for 10 years or let's just say 5 years. They're worth it.
5 years average salary, let's say of a like kind of lower level.
Let's say 40,000.
Yeah, 40, 50 grand for 5 years, or you buy it once and you're done.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that, but I don't know about Civil War.
I don't think it's Civil War time, but because you notice what he's doing, he's
appeasing both sides.
Yeah, the God stuff.
That was a smart speech.
Yeah, he's swaying them. So we'll see. I don't think it's there. I mean, they're not. The fact that he said if we can't ban them, meaning like he probably he probably knows we can't. So it's like let's move on to something else just to get a win.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's waving at herself more than anything. Yeah. Oh man, we'll see what happens. I don't know. All I know is like this sucks because now the panic buyers are going to go absolutely ape shit, and then we're going to have to wait 6 to 8 weeks just to find stuff again. But they're not going to buy up all the guns. I don't think the money's gone, but I think mags, ammo.
Let's check what the mags situation is. Oh, 80,000 now.
5,000 gone in 40 minutes.
Yeah, in a few minutes. Yeah. No, I have plenty. I don't need any more. It just takes up space.
Yeah, I don't need any more. I might order.
But if people are willing to pay $100 a mag, I'll be buying like 30,000 of them right now.
We won't get to that because I already know what most dealers have sitting.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we'll get to $100 a mag.
We might get to like 20.
Maybe,
which is like $8 above MSRP.
Yeah, it'll be short-lived because manufacturers have cranked out so many hundreds of thousands of mags. Like, we're caught up. But
we have 3 people watching.
Yeah, it's time to go. We've been over an hour.
Guys, we'll be back next time. And
say bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next time.
Can you blow a kiss?
And talk to you guys later.
All right. See y'all.